Good morning, all of you. In this session, we are going to start with CSIR NET GRF Chemical Science. December 2015, Part C, Series 5 is going to be covered. So, Part C is very lengthy. It is not possible to record in the single session. That's why it made into different series. Each series consists of 10 questions. Earlier, we completed 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20 academic year question papers of both the sessions have been recorded and they are available on the channel called World of Competitive Chemistry. This kind of standard question paper discussion of CSIR NET GRF Chemical Science will help you for fetching towards your research aspiration, and also if you are preparing for any competitive exam or entrance examination as well. Let us discuss about today's topic. Here, CSIR NET GRF Chemical Science, December 2015, Part C, Series 5 consists of questions from 111 to 120. Let us start with question number 111. The mechanism and the product formed in the following reaction respectively. We are taking a tricyclic ring with a bromo-functional group upon treating with water. Water being nucleophile in this regard, it will be substituted. It is the kind of nucleophilic substitution reaction we will get the product. Here, within the options they mentioned SN2, SN1, SN2, SN1, right? So among all which kind of mechanism proceeded, we have to depict. Then let us go with the detailed mechanism. Here you can clearly observe that it is the kind of tricyclic system, and here bromo group is attached to the carbon. This is the kind of tertiary carbon, tertiary alkyl halide. Everybody know tertiary alkyl halides are more prone towards SN1 type of mechanism rather than SN2. What is the condition required for SN2? SN2 requires primary alkyl halides. SN1 requires tertiary alkyl halide. So it is a purely tertiary alkyl halide. It can be better represented in the chair form so that its conformation is the most stable one. And when it is represented in the chair form, the bromo being it is axial, SN1 mechanism, it is the multi-step process. Initially, alkyl halide got dissociated and corresponding carbocation will be originated. This is the tertiary alkyl halide can be treated with SN1 mechanism, unimolecular nucleophilic substitution. And there is a formation of tertiary carbocation and it will be more stabilized by the hyperconjugative structures. Further, it is treated with water, being water working like a nucleophile, and it will be substituted at this carbocationic center so that here hydroxy group will be originated, and this is the product generated OH. So here initially we have bromo that now replaced with OH at the center through the mechanism called SN2. SN2 mechanism proceeded and the product will be 4. For question number 111, option number 4 is the correct answer. Let us move on to question number 112. Again, it is a part of organic chemistry. A concerted 1,3 sigmatropic rearrangement takes place in the reaction shown below. The structure and the resulting product is. This is a kind of a bicyclic ring system, and they mentioned 1,3 sigmatropic rearrangement. Being it is the 1,3 sigmatropic, this is the process, this is the question from photochemistry of organic chemistry. Right, so bicyclic system with a double bond and side chains OAC group is there, deuterium atom is there, and here bridged hydrogens are towards the VR. Now it is performed with a 300 degrees centigrade 1,3 sigmatropic rearrangement got carried. Then what will be the product? For that purpose, let us see the entire mechanism. 1,3 sigmatropic rearrangement means what? Let us assign the numbers for this. Obviously, numbering will be started from the carbon having olefinic double bond because no other functional group will get the priority. So that here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is the proper numbering assigned in accordance with IUPAC. Right. After giving numbering, this pi bond will be delocalized so that carbon will attain negative and first carbon will attain the positive charge. Then 1,3 sigmatropic means this bond get ruptured and this group is moving towards this side. This group is moving towards this side, so that is the system converted into Narbonene. Narbonene type of system got generated because of the bond cleavage at the center, and this single bond got cleaved and it will be attached to the first center. This is said to be a 1,3 carbon shift, and the final product will be here. We and deuterium followed by hydrogen is there. OAC group away from the VR can be conveniently represented with the equatorial orientation, and we have double bond between this second and third carbon. Double bond will be there. Here also we have second and third carbon. So this is a kind of representation of bonds which is given in the option number 3. So let us go with one by one first. So here deuterium is a axial bond in this one. This may not be correct, and here deuterium axial, but OAC group also axial. That may not be correct. OAC group should be inclined away from the VR. That is a equatorial, so that steric repulsions got minimized. So that is only available in the option number 3. Option number 3 is the correct answer for question number 112. Let us move on to question number 113. Again, it is a part of organic chemistry. The major product A and B in the following reaction sequence are. This is a kind of bicyclic system with the geminal dimethyl. Here methyl is there. Here CH2OH is there. Here OH is there. This is the system treated with PHCOOH called benzoic acid. DCC oxidizing agent will be added. DNAP CH2Cl2. So here we will attain compound number A. A further transformed into B by adding with PDC CH2Cl2, then alumina will be added. What will be the final product? Let us depict. For that purpose, we are going to react the starting material with the benzoic acid. Upon treating, hydroxy carboxylic acid always participate in the esterification by the elimination of water molecule, and the corresponding ester will be originated here. So that will be the compound number A. So, and these are the reagents which will facilitate this kind of dehydration process, right? So here DCC, it used to eliminate the water molecule, and the CH2Cl2 dichloromethane works like a solvent in this reaction, so that hydroxy with the carboxylic acid, there is the formation of ester. Ester got generated. Further, it will be treated with PDC and dichloromethane followed by alumina. Upon treating with all these reagents, what it will do? Initially, this group will be hydrolyzed, and here corresponding hydroxy will be generated, and subsequently PDC used to remove water molecule from this one, so that it is converted into a olefinic double bond. Here exocyclic double bond. What is meant by exocyclic? If double bond generated outside the ring is called exocyclic, inside the ring is called endocyclic. This is a kind of exocyclic double bond system which is originated in the presence of PDC, dichloromethane and alumina. Being alumina is a better dehydrating agent, it used first initially, here ester is there. The ester got cleaved and corresponding hydroxy generated. Alumina used to dehydrate this molecule, and we will get olefinic double bond in the outside of the ring. So let us see where the option is given. In the first case, ester is formed in this. Here also ester is formed. So there is a possibility of first and second, and here terminal hydroxy got hydrolyzed. This may not be possible because there will be a steric hindrance. Being it is a primary OH is more susceptible for esterification rather than secondary hydroxy, because secondary hydroxy is very bulky in nature, and there is no sp2 carbons in the surrounding region. It will not facilitate the esterification reaction. Obviously, there is a possibility of this primary hydroxy esterification. Only option number 1 and 2 will satisfy that. And in the compound number B, exocyclic double bond is available only in the option number 1. Hence, the correct answer will be option number 1. For this question number 113, option number 1 is the correct answer. Let us move on to question number 114. The major product formed in the following reaction sequence. This is a kind of cyclopentane having methyl side chain, and here we have a boron system in its second position. Now it will be added with lithium CHOMe and HgCl2, right? Yes, it is the kind of alkyl lithium. Simply you can see whatever the long chain is there, you can clearly observe that this is the kind of alkyl lithium, right? And here amalgam compound was added, mercury dichloride, and followed by hydrogen peroxide, sodium hydroxide mixture was added to this starting material. What could be the final product? For that purpose, we have the starting material, that is dioxaboralane. So this is a system called borane, and is treated with alkyl lithium. Whatever alkyl lithium is added, this entire system now replaced with that alkyl group. Subsequently, hydrogen peroxide in the presence of alkaline conditions and mercury dichloride will be added. So this entire group, so CHOMe group entirely converted into oxidized product, because hydrogen peroxide working like a oxidizing agent, so that here corresponding aldehyde will be generated. The final product will be aldehyde. That aldehyde is there in the option number 4. For question number 114, option number 4 is the correct answer. So only option number 4 is having aldehyde, being hydrogen peroxide in the presence of sodium hydroxide used to oxidize the corresponding alkyl group, so that here that is given in the option number 4. For question number 114, option number 4 is the correct answer. Let us move on to question number 115. The major product formed in the following reaction. Again, it is a part of organic chemistry. We are taking a benzene ring and having tertiary butyl groups. How many? 1, 2, 3 tertiary butyl groups are there at the first, second, and fourth positions. So this is subjected to H nu, that means light irradiation got carried. Upon light irradiation, this is the structure which is present in the Kekulé form. Now it transformed into Dewar form. In the Dewar form, here the probable structure. So first and third are again Kekulé, may not be possible. So here light irradiation photochemical transformations are possible, and it will be transformed into the Dewar. That is somewhat least stable, but concerted mechanism got followed, and that will be converted into a Dewar structure in this manner. It is a kind of bicyclic system with the cyclobutene system, and the 3 tertiary butyl groups are present in these positions. That is given in the option number 2. For question number 115, option number 2 is the correct answer. Let us move on to question number 116. Again, it is a part of organic chemistry. The major product A and B in the following reaction sequence. It is a compound called alpha-naphthol. It is treated with the epoxide. This epoxide having side chain CH2Cl. Sodium hydride is the strong base. Upon treating with strong base, both get combined and leads to formation of compound number A. This compound A further treated with this, what we can say, this is a kind of amine, and this 1, 2, 3 carbons. Isopropyl amine was added to this one, so that here compound number B will be formed. Let us see what will be this reaction sequence and the final product of this reaction. Alpha-naphthol, upon treating with this epoxide kind of compound in the presence of sodium hydride. Sodium hydride is a strong base used to facilitate the reaction. How it could be, how the reaction got carried. So here reaction is proceeded with the ring opening rather than this attachment at the chlorofunctional group. The ring opening kind of reaction got carried, and here the attachment of oxygen to the carbon atom. So long chain ether got generated with a terminal hydroxy functional group that corresponds to this epoxide oxygen. Now it will be added with this amine. Isopropyl amine got added to this one, so that this isopropyl amine will be added at this position, and we got aminated product. So this primary will be added to that starting material, and that is converted into a secondary amine compound. Secondary amine compound is obtained. So where we got the product, epoxide may not remain in the starting material. Epoxide may not remain in the starting material, and that transformed into the OH, NH, CCH3, CH3. That is correctly given in the option number 3. Here, chloro group got replaced, and subsequently it will be added with this amine functional group, and we got the final product in this manner. So here, compound number 3 is the correct answer. For question number 116, option number 3 is the correct answer. Let us move on to question number 117. The major product formed in the following reaction. We are taking alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound, and the sodium borohydride will be added. Being sodium borohydride is a mild reducing agent, it used to convert this ketone functional group into corresponding hydroxy, and in the presence of cerium trichloride. Cerium trichloride is a specific for ketonic reduction, and methanol is a solvent media. Minus 78 degrees centigrade temperature will be employed in this reaction. What could be the final product term? So here double bond is there, double bond O is there. Very simple. only one functional group get affected by all these conditions, because sodium borohydride is the reducing agent. Already we know that sodium borohydride only selective for carbonylic reduction, and cerium trichloride will be selective for ketonic reduction rather than aldehyde reduction. So it will facilitate the reduction, because the first cerium trichloride will be bounded to this oxygen, and the later hydride will be attached, and subsequent means a reduction got carried at extremely low temperature conditions. So corresponding hydroxy compound got generated. The stereochemistry of the compound is POPH2 will be towards the VR, so that OH group generated away from the VR. That is given in the option number 3. Option number 3 is the correct answer for question number 117. Question number 117, option number 3 is the correct answer. Let us move on to question number 118. The major product A and B in the following reaction sequence. So here again, alpha beta unsaturated compound was taken and treated with semi-carbazide. Semi-carbazide was treated and the compound A will be formed. This is treated with potassium tertiary butoxide, diglyaxime, and tertiary butanol. Upon heating, compound B will be formed. Let us see what could be the final product in this reaction. Whenever starting material, this alpha beta unsaturated ketone was taken and treated with semi-carbazide. Semi-carbazide is the reagent where we have NH2, NHC double bond by NH2. It is a kind of hydrazine system only, but hydrazine having extra amide functional group on one of the nitrogen atom. And there is a ambiguity for the attachment, condensation of NH2 group, either amide nitrogen or NH2 nitrogen, which will be condensed with this carbonylic functional group. Obviously, there is a possibility of NH2 group adjacent to NH will be condensed rather than amide nitrogen, because amide nitrogen is in quasi-resonance with this carbonyl. Electrons are not free at all. Always they participate in the canonical structures, so that electrons are not freely available for condensation. So there is a possibility of NH2 condensation with this carbonyl, so that here NH2 group will be attached and condensed, corresponding semi-carbazone derivative got generated. Further, potassium tertiary butoxide, it is the strongest base, and dimethyl glyaxime will be added, and tertiary butanol upon heating, being it is a better leaving group, the entire group will be discarded and a corresponding reduced product will be obtained, and we will get the bicyclic system with the methyl and olefinic double bond. This is a kind of endocyclic double bond system, and this entire side chain got discarded by these reagents. All this is provided. Semi-carbazone of suitable form will be generated in the option number 2 and in option number 3. Option number 1 is wrong, because the amide nitrogen got reacted. This is not available for condensation, and in case of this one, the bridgehead carbon participated in the reaction. This may not be possible at all. So it is a kind of simple condensation between carbonyl and the amino functional group, right? So that is given in the option number 2 and 3 only. But final product will be option number 2, that is B is the correct answer, endocyclic double bond rather than a cyclic 3-membered ring system. That is given in the option number 2. For question number 118, option number 2 is the correct answer. Let us move on to question number 119, right? The major product A and B in the following reaction sequence. We are taking a ketonic ester. This is called a alpha beta. Beta keto ester it is. This beta keto ester treated with a bromobutane. This is a bromobutane in the presence of sodium ethoxide. It will be added and the compound A will be formed. Now it will be treated with tertiary butyl ONO. This is called nitrate, right? So nitrate was added, sodium ethoxide. Oxonium ion will be added, zinc HCl. Zinc HCl will be added. It is a strong reducing agent. It used to reduce the system. And the final product B will be formed. Let us see what could be the final product in this reaction. We are taking a starting material, that is alpha beta. Beta keto ester got taken and treated with a strong base, sodium ethoxide. Being it is a basic compound, will abstract the H plus, and here the origination of carbene ion is possible. Generated carbene ion will be treated with a 2-bromobutane. 2-bromobutane will be added. This C alkylation got carried here. We got this product. Further, it will be treated with tertiary butyl ONO and sodium ethoxide, oxonium ion zinc HCl. So initially it will be converted into the amide form, and subsequently that participated in the Huffman degradation process and is converted into NH2. Huffman degradation, what could be removed? Removal of CO group is possible. Huffman degradation always proceeded with the removal of CO group, and finally we will get NH2 functional group in this terminal center, because zinc HCl is the combination which used to convert NO2 group into NH2, right? So that's the reason why here terminal NH2 group got generated. There is no possibility of NO. So NO is not at all possible. NH2 is possible, but not at the center. So NH2 is possible at the center is the correct answer. Option number 3 is the correct final compound what we are expecting from this reaction. Let us discuss in brief again. We are taking a beta ketoester compound and sodium ethoxide, being it is a base originate carbene. That carbene binded to alkyl halide, so that C alkylated product generated, that is compound number A, that is given in the option number 3. And further it treated with tertiary butyl ONO, sodium ethoxide again, and water. Under acidic conditions, zinc HCl got added. So all these reagents are specific for converting this starting material into corresponding NH2, because CO group will be eliminated in the Huffman degradation process. So that is given in the option number 3. For question number 119, option number 3 is the correct answer. Let us move on to last question of the series. The major product of the following reaction is, we are taking a conjugated system. Here it is in the enolic form, and here oxygen got capped by tetramethylsilyl functional group. Tetramethylsilyl group is the specific capping agent or protecting agent for hydroxy functional group. Initially it is ketone most probably, and enolic form got generated. That enol now protected by this tetramethylsilyl, and further it is treated with alpha keto ester. This is a kind of system called alpha keto ester, and is treated with tetrahydrofuran upon heating, followed by trifluoroacetic acid was added, and what could be the final product? So let us go with the reaction mechanism. We are taking this starting material and can be transformed into ketonic form. This is the enolic form, right? So if we remove this tetramethylsilyl, being it is a better leaving group under acidic conditions, and we will get carbene ion. This carbene will participate in the reaction with the carbonylic center from the second compound in the presence of this THF heating and trifluoroacetic acid, so that it will be participated in the ring cyclization, and pyran ring got generated. 6-membered ring with oxygen heteroatom is called a pyran ring. And in the system, we are having endocyclic double bond exocyclic ketonic functional group, and one of the ester which will not be impacted in this reaction. This ester will not be impacted, and moreover, this carbon also having one of the methyl. So from this carbon atom, we have this ester group. That ester remains as such, and here methyl also remains as such. And the remaining system is coming from the second compound, because here carbene will be participating in the ring cyclization, so that here is the system of pyran ring. That is given in the OMe, COOMe. This is not the correct answer. Me, COOMe, correct one only, but the position of remaining groups are not exactly correct. Here, OMe, COOMe may not be possible, because we have one methyl, one ester group. So one methyl, one ester group is there, and the double bond, C double bond, both are in the conjugation. That is exactly mentioned in the option number 1. For question number 120, option number 1 is the correct answer. By this, the series 5 of CSR NET JRF Chemical Science December 2015 part C is completed. Hope this session will be helpful for you. Thank you very much for your consistent listening. Thank you one and all.